What's good, y'all? Spazzo back with another vid. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm wearing my girl's hoodie. It barely fit. It's the thought that counts. So anyway, today we're gonna be having a story time. Yes, I know it's been a long time since I come up with a story time. I had to come back for the peeps that been loyal to the channel before I start uploading beats. Boom. The story time. Oh, I thought I heard something. The story time today is gonna be when I snuck over my girl's house. Facts. And for the people that been on my Instagram account, y'all know who that is. And for the people that haven't been on my Instagram account, y'all don't know who that is. And you will never know. Facts. So anyway, boom, about to start from the top. So it's all started while I was at my mama's house. And we been planning to see each other. Now, at first, my girl was scared. She thought that she was gonna get caught. She was like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm so nervous," and all this other stuff. I'm a G. I'm a daredevil. Like, I don't care if we get caught or not. I'm gonna still try. Thanks. So boom. I ended up going to my dad's house. It was the weekend or whatever. Let's see, when was that? Like Friday? Okay, so I ended up going on Friday. And we was already planning this. And she was so scared. Like, I just don't understand that. But we been planning this. Boom, we go to my dad's house. Because we was planning on doing this when I went to my dad's house. Because he's not as strict as my mom. And my mom was not going to allow that. And I knew I couldn't sneak out of my mom's house. So boom, right? So, let's see, what was I about to do? Okay, so it was Friday. And we was planning to do it on Saturday. So I waited till the next day. Boom, we calling, right? And I was trying to get her to buy the Uber. And her card was not working. And at first, I thought that she was doing this on purpose. I was like, of course, her card don't want to work while I'm trying to get there. So she was like, ask your dad. And I was like, oh my God. Because the plan was I was going to have her pay for it. And when the Uber came, I was just going to go. And then if I come back, I come back. If I don't, I don't. So she said, ask your dad. I'm like, oh my God. Like, he's going to say no. And she was like, just ask him. So I was like, oh my God. So I go downstairs, right? And my heart is like, boom, boom, boom. So I was like, oh my God. So I go down there. And I was like, Dad. He was like, huh? He was like, can I go to the girl house? And he was like, boy, you was not about to go to no girl house. And I was like, yes, I am. Look. So I showed him the address I'm trying to go to. I was like, pick me up here. That's all I said. And he was like, man, stop playing. And I show her what he looked like. To this day, no, like, two of my sisters on my dad's side know that I'm dating her. My brother and my dad do not know that I'm dating her. They just thought like they thought like it was just just a sneaky link type thing, like just hit and go. They didn't know that I was actually dating her, 333. So basically, he finally became aware of it. And I didn't tell him to pay for it at that time. I just told him where I was trying to go. Because at first, we were trying to set up like us buying it, whatever. And I go down there to tell him that I'm about to leave, or at least I'm trying to leave. So I go back upstairs, and this is around the time where her card wasn't working. So I'm like, damn. So now I gotta ask him could he pay for it? He was like, when I came back down, he was like, boy, you just said that she was gonna pay for it. And I was like, but her card ain't working. So he came upstairs, and he got out his card, and I don't think it was working for the Uber or whatever. And let's see, what did he say? I think he was trying to help her buy it. I think he was trying to help my girl buy it, but it wasn't working. So he ended up paying for himself. And I think it was like $15. And he didn't buy the Uber. It was a Lyft. I think it was a Lyft. Yeah, it was a Lyft. So boom, he ended up sending the screenshot when the Lyft was supposed to be coming. But before I go, my brother, he was talking to me. He was like, and Dad knows you going to a girl house? He was like, he would have never let me do that. So basically, my brother was jelly, I thought at that day I was about to give you some cutty. So basically, my dad was like, don't get her pregnant because your mom gonna cuss me out. And I was like, okay, I won't. And bro, just let y'all know, that same day, bro, I was in that shower scrubbing. Bro, I got over the same parts. Like, bro, you should have known how much soap I used. I used all the soap that was inside of that, like the shower part, and like, you know, like there's little cubbies. I used all the soap that was in there, and I scrubbed like, I don't know how many times I went over my body parts. I think it was like I went over them like 5 times before I went. And I had me some vegan, not vegan, yeah, had me some vegan wings from what was that, Morning Star. Before I went. That shit was garbage. So boom, I had 2 condoms, 1 in each pocket. I was ready, like Little Caesars, hot and ready. I was ready to get it on. You know what I'm saying? So boom, he ended up saying, see, my brother, he was saying about how about to go to a girl house, to his friends or whatever he was saying. My dad was like, don't get this girl pregnant because your mom gonna cuss me out. What else was happening? Yeah, that's basically it. So boom, the lift ended up coming. I ended up telling my dad I'm about to go. So I go through the back, like through the slide though, and then I go to the front and I hop in a lift, driver's car. It was a Arab man, bro. His car was hot. I was gonna appreciate it later, but his car was hot, like burning up. Like that man must have been cold. Now, this man had, like, at the time, I don't know if this violation, or not violation, but this requirement still going on, but he had us, or had me put on a mask. So I ended up putting on a mask to get in. This man kept coughing. Even with the mask on, this man kept coughing. He tried to bring conversation, like, bro, just drive. Like, just drive to the house. Like, you over here trying to hold conversation. Bro, just drive. Damn. And I'm just sitting there because I don't even like Lyfts or Ubers. I don't know these people. I thought like it was some type of organ trafficking going on. So I was not trying to be a part. So I was just sitting there. And I had to preserve my battery life. This when I had an iPhone 6, bro. I had to preserve it or it was going to die on me. So I told her, I was texting her while I was on the way there. And I was telling her everything that was happening in that car. And I was like, all right, I'll text you when I'm here. Because my phone was about to die. It was like at like 40%. And I was not going to let it die because for people with iPhones, you know, or iPhone 6s, you know, if it goes from 40, it's going to go to 26. It's just what happens with iPhone 6s, bro. The battery's garbage. So anyway, I end up getting there, and he just leaves or whatever. And I was trying to figure out which complex it was, because it's like one right here, one right here, one right here. So I ended up going to the first one. That's where it's at. But I ended up going upstairs, thinking it was upstairs. It wasn't. It was on the first floor. So I text her, I go up the stairs. I thought it was up there. It wasn't. Then I went back downstairs and I found the place. So I was like, all right. So I text her. And she opened the door. She was like, cause her grandma, we thought her grandma was asleep. She wasn't. I don't even know why her grandma was up at that time. It was like 3 a.m. We're getting there. It was late. So she ended up letting me in. She had to open the door and I had to like tiptoe in there, bro. Like I had to like tiptoe in there and I had shoes on. I don't remember if I had my shoes on or not, but I had to tiptoe inside her room. And then she closed it. And let's see, what else happened? I ended up started checking around the room because I thought it was a setup or something. I thought she could have set me up. So I had to check around the room. And yeah, I'm just sitting there on the bed or whatever. And she asked, did I want French toast sticks? So I'm like,